Little fifth graders, 1/2 plus 8/10. Just a regular addition of fractions problem. No mixed numbers. Just for review, pause the video and solve that problem. Do that now. Pause the video. Alright, let's see how good you did. So just for review, a regular addition of fraction problem. Let's find the least common denominator. For the least common denominator of 2 and 10, you should have gotten 10. That's right. So you have your 2, you have your 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So you got 10 and 10 right there. Easy. Now, 2 times 5 is 10. 1 times 5 is 5. 10 times 1 is 10. 8 times 1 is 8. Add the 5 and the 8, you get 13 over 10. The denominator stays the same. Now you have to ask yourself the two beautiful questions. Is this an improper fraction? Yes, it is. 13 is bigger than 10. So take your numerator, divide it by denominator. 10 is going to 13. One time, 13 minus 10 is 3. The whole number is 1. The numerator is 3. The denominator stays the same. Now you got to ask yourself, is it in simplest form? You have to find the factors of 3 and 10. The factors of 3 are 1 and 3. The factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. Oops. 1 is the only common factor. Your answer is 1 and 3/10. And the truth shall set you free. All right, that was review. Now, let's see if you remember what you was taught yesterday. I want you to solve 2 and 5 6 plus 3 and 1/4. Remember, you line it up vertically. And remember, add the fractions first. Add the mixed numbers when you're finished. Easy. Pause the video. All right. Let's see how good you did. All right, so we can move things quickly because you should know how to find the least common denominator. The least common denominator of 6 and 4 would be 12. 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 3 is 3. 6 times 2 is 12. 5 times 2 is 10. Add the numerators. 10 plus 3 is 13. The denominator stays the same. 13/12. Now I must ask myself the question, is it an improper fraction? Yes, it is. So, 13 divided by 12. 12 going to 13. One time. 13 minus 12 is 1. My whole number is 1. My numerator is 1. My denominator stays the same. This is, in fact, in simplest form. When I ask myself the next question, I know that because 1 is the numerator. Whenever 1 is the numerator, it is always in simplest form. All right, now my last step. I must add all the whole numbers. I must add 2 plus 3 plus 1, because I got a whole number here too. Don't forget that one. I know 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. So my answer is 6 and 1/12. Easy, easy, easy. Now, you try the next one and get it done right. 5 2/5 plus 4 1/2. Get that done now. Pause the video. All right, let's see how good you did. Step number 1. I must find the least common denominator. And that would be 10. Just in case you're struggling with that, this one is easy enough. 5 and 2, you have to find. You keep finding the answers to the multiplication facts until you find one that's the same. 5 times 1 is 5. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Now listen, I know 2 times 5 is 10. I'll eventually get the 10 here. So I can just go ahead and stop. 10 is it. 10 is going to be it. Okay? All right, let's find the new numerators for these beautiful problems. Fractions. 2 times 5 is 10. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4. Now I must add my numerators. The denominator will stay the same. 10, 10, 10. 4 plus 5 equals 9. Now I must ask myself the two beautiful questions. Is this an improper fraction? No. Is this in simplest form? I take my numerator and denominator and find the factors. The factors of 9 are 1, 3, 9. The factors of 10 are 1, 2, 5, and 10. 1 is the only common factor they have. That means this is in simplest form. My last step, add all the whole numbers. I have a 5. I have a 4. I don't have anything here. So 5 plus 4 is 9. My answer is 9 and 9 tenths. 9 and 9 tenths. All right. Last practice for today. 1 3/8 plus 6 3/4. Pause the video. All right, let's see how bad you did. Step number 1. Must find the least common denominator. Again, I'm not going to do this every time, but let's work this one out just in case you're confused on how to do that. 8 times 1 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. 8 times 2 is 16. 4 times 2 is 8. Stop. Because we have one that's the same. That makes 8 my least common denominator. Okay? Sometimes it'll take a lot longer than that, and sometimes it won't take long at all. All right, let's find our new numerators. 8 times 1 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 2 is 6. There you have it. Now I must add my numerators. 3 plus 6 is 9. And then my denominator stays the same. Ask yourself the two important questions. Is this an improper fraction? Yes, it is. That means I must take my numerator and divide it by my denominator. 8, we're going to 9 one time. 1 times 8 is 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. Whole number, 1. Numerator, 1. Denominator, 8. Now I know this is in simplest form because 1 is my numerator. So now I must do the last step. Add all the whole numbers. 1 plus 6 plus 1. So I know 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. So my final answer is 8 and 1 8. And the truth shall set you free. Easy, easy, easy. So there you have it, you little 5th graders. Another beautiful day of practicing addition of fractions. Now, you get busy with your assignment on Google Docs in Google Classroom.